The first material that I would like to explain is about linguistics. What is linguistics? Linguistics is a branch of knowledge that learn about language. So, what's the correlation between linguistics in educational department? So, it means this one, linguistic, is very useful for us to teach. So this one is the basic for teaching. This one is very useful for us as a teacher if you want to teach in the future. And we have type of linguistic or kind of linguistic. There are 4 kind of linguistic. The first we got phonology. Phonology, it's explain about the sounds. The sounds or speaking in the language. So if we want to learn about the sound, how we produce the sound, we can learn the phonology. And the second one we got pragmatics. This one explain about tidak tahu. Ada apa pragmatik, saya lupa, bejir, nggak ada lagi. So next we will move to the kind of linguistic. The first one we got phonology, pragmatics, morphology, syntax, and semantics. So next, I would like to explain about pragmatics first. So I would like to explain about pragmatic first. Pragmatics is a functional to express certain attitude. So fungsi dari pragmatics itu sendiri ialah untuk mengekspresikan beberapa tindakan tertentu. The first one we got locutionary, illocutionary, and prolocutionary. The 2 type of this pragmatics, it would like to back to the speaker. And then for the prolocutionary, it is back to the listener. So the next one I would like to explain about locutionary. Locutionary is speaker utterance. So this means like we will analyze what the speaker says. The example is, I am hungry but I didn't bring the wallet. So we don't know what the meaning inside of these sentences, but it will be back to the second type of pragmatics in illocutionary. So next one we got illocutionary. Illocutionary is back to the social function. So it means related for what the meaning inside of the speaker. The meaning is based on the situation. So we got the example before about I am hungry but I didn't bring the wallet. So for what the speaker say, the meaning of inside the situation, the speaker needs someone to lend her or his money. Lend the speaker money. Yeah, that is the meaning. In Indonesia, we can call it sebagai makna tersirat. Apa makna yang terkandung, terdapat yang ada di kalimat si speaker itu katakan. So, the third one we got perlocutionary. This one explain about the feedback from the listener, or it can be an action that can the listener listen from the speaker, or maybe the listener, like the example, the listener can ask, not ask, it may be like ask the speaker to go to a restaurant, and plus give the speaker money. So next one we will talk about the speaker intention. There are 7 kinds of speaker intention and pragmatics, and the first one we got assertive, very convo, performative, predictives, directives, and commissive. In the next slide, I would like to explain this kind of speaker intention one by one. It will assertive first. What is assertive? Assertive is a focus. The speaker just focus on the information. So it means the speaker just focus on the facts, or just give the information just straightforward, like the example for predict, remind, and announce. So the speaker maybe can remind, announce, or something like mungkin speakernya mau mengumumkan kapan diadakannya upacara hari kemerdekaan, or maybe mengumumkan beberapa list kegiatan yang akan dilakukan. So in these sections, the Faiqah convo. It's in Indonesia we call it as basa-basi, and this one, the function of to maintain the social bond between members of some society. So it more kind of politeness, kurang terdengar sedikit sopan. So we cannot use this in a formal situation, and in the non-formal situation we can use it as like the example, like greet someone or just say goodbye. So the next one we got the performative. Performative is to sentences that said by the speaker, like to make things happen, and it's only valid if the spoken by someone who have the power. Like for the example, like in Indonesia, when we officially married in the kantor dosen, not only in the KUA, like maybe for the ketika mereka membilangnya sah, maka kejadian itu maka hubungan mereka will be officially soon, not soon, right now, when they say itu sudah sah, and the couple officially husband and wife. So the next one we got verdictives. Verdictives mean like it more like a comment. A comment, it purpose to comments on the previous event of address, like when we and in our activity right now. Maybe we always scrolling TikTok or Instagram. We can comment anything for what we want, everything for what we want. So this one, it can be the example of the predictive one. And the next one we got expressive. It is to tell for what the speaker activity. So it proposed to tell the listener for what speaker the speaker past and the present feeling of the speaker. And next one we got directives. So directive, it influence the action of the addressee. So it more like a comment or request or suggestions, like if the speaker want to ask the listener to open the door, so it can to be the directives speaker's intention. And then the last one we got commissive. Commission is to commit himself to perform something, like the speaker want to promise with someone and the speaker want to refuse from someone. What is morphology? Morphology, it explain it's explained about word. So this kind of linguistic, or this branch of linguistic, it is learn about the structure of the word. There are two types of the morphology. We got the first one is the function of the content and the function. Between these two type of morphology, they have their own characteristics. The first one, the content, got the lexical meaning. And it contains the adjective, adverb, noun, and noun. The next one, the word is openly. The last one, it is recognized by our brain. So what the difference from the function? Okay, the functions got the characteristic. The first one is contextual meaning. For the example, like it have like an article, like an, or the conjunction, like and then, and it doesn't have a meaning. And where be, it can be a pronoun. And it is slowly recognized by our brain. And of course, it doesn't openly, so it is closed. So and we will move to the morpheme. Is the part of the morphology. Morpheme is the smallest unit of a word, and that has a meaning. So it means the smallest word. I'm sorry, the smallest unit. The smallest unit of the word. So morpheme is different with the syllable. So like a syllable, suku kata itu berbeda. Like we got the mo and then we got the you and it. And we will move to the morpheme. And morpheme is the part of the morphology. Morpheme is the smallest unit of word that has a meaning. So morpheme is different with syllable, and syllable it doesn't have the meaning, and a syllable doesn't need meaning. Like maybe for the example, I will explain to you the what is syllable. Syllable itu we can say suku kata. Dan kalau suku kata itu in English seperti you and it doesn't have a meaning, right? But morpheme it is different. So I will explain it later on, and we can. So I will explain about the different. I will explain about the type of morpheme first. The free and a bound. What's different from these two? Free, it can stand by himself. Itu bisa berdiri sendiri. Berdiri sendiri. So bound itu terikat. You can see from the meaning, right? Itu artinya terikat. So what is the example? Contohnya itu seperti ini. We got one word, dreamer. Oh, sorry. Dreamer. We can divide this word into free and bound. We got the dream as the free, and then for the we got it as a bound. So what the difference from between free and bound? Like I ever mentioned before, free, it can stand by itself. And for bound, it cannot, of course. It can stand by itself, and then it has a meaning for the free one. And what if the bound? Of course, the bound, it don't have a meaning, or maybe it will be meaningless. For the example, like it can be happiness. I will add another example, like happiness. Happy, it will be to be the free, right? And for foreigners, and it is back to the bound. All right, and for the free, can be the base of the word. Like what? Like apple, take, run, and others. And what if the bound is known, like in Indonesia we call it as imbuhan, but in English we call it as affixes. So imbuhan in Indonesia, it doesn't have a meaning, right? It is same as the English. So like it is can add s in the end of the word, you can add ing, you can add this, ed, and then you can another from this word, kata imbuhan, affixes in English, anything. So we already explained about the affixes. Affixes itu kata imbuhan. So kata imbuhan itu it is divided into three types. The first one, we got the prefix. You got the prefix. And what is prefix? Prefix is more like affix that occur before the base. But this berarti ini before the base word. What is the example? Example is like the first one, you got dislike. Dislike. So this here, it is as the prefix one because it is ini terletak di sebelum kata dasar. Okay, and the second one, we got infix. Infix is the affix that occur in the middle of the base. What is the example? The example is in okay. So this one is the infix of the word, and the third one, we got suffix, and of course the suffix is a place in the after base. In the after base, it is like for the example, like going. So what is the suffix of this word? And of course it is ing as the suffix. So based on the function, morphology got to type. The first one, we got the derivational and inflectional. After this, we will gonna discuss about the inflectional first. So here I will explain about syntax. Syntax is a branch of linguistics that learn about the internal structure of sentence. Sentence is the final product of the syntax. So the cycle of syntax, we got morpheme, word, phrase, and sentence. And a tool to analyze the phrase is tree diagram. So in syntax, we will explain about phrases. Phrases is a small group of words. In sentence consists of two phrases. They are noun phrases and verb phrases. And if these two things mix, and it can be to be a sentence. So what is noun phrase? Noun phrase is gives the most important information in the phrase. So noun itu adalah kata kerja. So for the example, we got the boy. So the boy is the noun. and concept in noun phrase. The first one, we got the determiner. Determiner is the limit of the noun, and for the example, it is used in a, this, that, then it can be these, those, and others. So here we got the next concept of the noun phrase. We got the specific. The specifics, it can be the sushi, jam, dust, apple, and people names and others. And then the pronoun, in Indonesia we call it sebagai kata ganti, like ayu, they, we, she, it. It can be her, him, his, and her, and other. So we move to the verb phrase. But phrase, it has a concept too, just like the noun phrase before. The first one, we got the transitive verb. Transitive verb is the phrases that need an object. So for the example, like this, we got the object as a it. I ate a cake, so we eat, place the cake as an object. The second one, we got the same example like this, found as a verb and need an object. The object is job. So the intensive verb it doesn't have the same meaning with the transitive verb. So intensive verb, it doesn't need an object. Like for the example, Andy cried. Of course, we cannot add another object to help this verb. We don't need any reason to add another verb, another object in this sentence. So it has the same thing like the second example. The kid run. It is only explained. It is only said that the kid run. Next one, if the noun phrase combined with the verb phrase, it can be a complete sentences. Okay, we will move to the examples. So we got JJ drinks Coca-Cola. JJ stand here as a noun phrase, so it will be the specific ones. Remember, there is three kind of the noun phrase. The first one, it is with the determiner, and then with the specific, and then the last one, it is pronoun. So, and then for the drinks Coca-Cola, we got the verb phrase here. Remember, drinks is a verb phrase with the object is Coca-Cola. Okay, and this use the transitive in the verb phrase because the drinks has an object is Coca-Cola. And move to the next example. It is the same thing as the last example. You can see you as a noun phrase. Remember, we got the pronoun here, but different with the first one. We use the specifics one because the noun is JJ, and this one is different with JJ, and its use pronoun is you. And then the next sentences is use married the doctor. You married the doctor. So married the doctor is the verb phrase that has a transitive concept in the verb phrase. So first the verb is married, and then for the object is the doctor. So here for the example, for the tree diagram, the first one we got the she ate the candy. So we need to kita harus memisahkan antara, we need to separate between the she from the NP and the VP. We need to know where is the NP first and where is the VP first. We can see, remember, she, it is stand here as the noun phrase. NP, it means noun phrase, and at the candy we already got the verb here in it, and it is of course the verb, so we can put the verb phrase here. VP means verb phrase. Okay, so how can we make the tree diagram? All right, let me just, here it is. The first one, we need to add s first. S, it means sentence. Then after, in a sentence, remember, if we combine NP, noun phrase, and the verb phrase, it can to be a complete sentence. So after we add s here, we need to add NP and VP below the s. So for the noun phrase, add a line here, and then, I'm sorry, after n we need to add n here, and it's of course as a she. So she as the noun phrase. And for the VP, after VP we turunkan, move, add the V or verb here, and for the verb we got the a. And don't forget to add the candy again as a noun phrase. Then for the determiner is D, and for the noun is candy. All right. And for the next example, the cat slept. It has the same way as we do the various example. Like we need to pisahkan between the noun phrase and the VP. The first one we got NP here and the VP, and remember we got the D, the cat is the determiner, and then we add the and then there's a noun here, the cat of course as a noun, and then for the slept is a VP, phrase, verb, and it is slept.